Okay, welcome back to Coffee and a Q, the episode or the podcast series, video series where we basically enjoy a coffee together, or you're out on your warm up or out on a run and just listening and getting some valuable information. I hope. I believe it's episode 5, maybe 6. I think 5. Yeah, it's really moving along. So I'm happy with how it's going at the moment. Coffee today, I have actually already had it. I'm sorry, I'm not sticking to the format. It was a 7-Eleven one, but here's the trick. So I've talked about before that I don't like a milky coffee, too milky. I do usually just get a flat white, but I like to have a good coffee taste. So the trick with 7-Eleven, because they're quite milky and quite weak, I usually get the super size, so the biggest one, um, is you basically have an extra shot in there. So what I've been doing is I click on the super flat white, skim milk, always skim, and I let it run for a bit and then cancel it, and basically a shot comes out. I cancel it and then do it again. So it ends up being a triple shot, I think, and that just makes it taste that little bit better, more like a coffee. Anyway, that's out of the way. Don't want to waste too much time. This is a quick one today. So um, the title might change, but it's something along the lines of our cue for today is but you are you're fit, but you're overdone. Basically, you're fit, but you're not able to do it. You're overtraining. You're not feeling fit. You've got nothing to show for it. So you're fit, but you're overdone. That's the premise. And sorry about this camera. I'm a bit overexposed. I don't know if I can maybe fix that. Anyone that's watching, I'll try and but yeah, it's not a good angle. Let's ignore that. Most of you are going to be listening, not watching, but it's here, it's on YouTube. We're going well. So it's that thing where you've gotten yourself to a point where you are really fit, but you're not able to perform on race day most of the time. But also in training, you sort of your sessions aren't going well. Say you can run, 17 30 for 5k, 3:30 per kilometer, but in training sessions, you're barely able to hit 340, 350 per kilometer. Or if we put that, scale it back a bit, you've run 25 minutes or 30 minutes for 5k, so 5 minutes or 6 minutes a kilometer. But in training, you're really struggling to hit that 5 or 6 minutes a kilometer. And it's sort of that thing that you can't even do it for a minute or two. So that's showing that you've proven fitness in the past, but you're not able to elevate past that point or even get back to that point again because you're overdoing it, you're overdone, or you're not prioritizing the right things. So let's go over a few things that need to happen to show your fitness and feel fit as well as be fit and be able to perform on race day. So if we think one, structured training, obviously. We need the right structure in our training. Two is prioritizing your sleep and your recovery and your nutrition. Three is your mindset towards training. So if we look at the actual training first, so the biggest mistakes people will make is they they're feeling fit or they think they're fit, they've had a good race, so they go out and they do just basically every run is a hard run, and they're pushing the easy runs even. So if you've in the past, say in the lead up to your last PB 5K, let's just use generic example. Um, let's say you ran a 25-minute 5K and you were doing your easy runs at 6:30 per kilometer leading into it, and you're like, okay, I've hit my 25-minute 5K. I've got to be running. I'm going to be doing. And then you just start doing your easy runs, say 5:50 per kilometer. It's so you got to think about in the lead up to that 25-minute 5K, you're running 6:30 per kilometer, and you want to now you've hit that arbitrary number of 25. You're like, that's going to boost me 40 seconds a kilometer on my easy run. Doesn't quite work that way. You don't need to, just because you've proven your fitness, you don't need to change your training in that huge way straight away. You're gradually going to get fitter and fitter and fitter. You don't. It's everything's the same. Nothing changes when you hit that time. You get some confidence, you get a fitness boost, but you just keep tracking along the way you've been doing it. We don't need to boost our training or think, okay, I've hit my 25-minute 5K. Now I'm going to add in an extra session a week. That's something that gradually happens. You don't need to push the training. You've hit your 25-minute at 5 minutes a kilometer. Now I'm going to just train at 4:30 a kilometer for all of my hard reps to now just boost my fitness. No, you keep training at that. If that your 5K pace was 5 minutes a kilometer, or your goal 5K pace is now that's your current 5K pace. So maybe we just push it to 450, 455 for our reps rather than going all the way. But the big thing is just having structure. You've got your rest days, you've got your easy days, you've got your workout days, and there is some sort of structure to it. Whether that's Tuesday intervals Friday tempo, Sunday long run, or Tuesday intervals, Thursday sort of a tempo. Saturday could be a bit of a up tempo type workout and still Sunday long run. That would probably be pushing it for most people. But it's about having that structure: Tuesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Saturday. They're your hard days. The rest are easy. We do not skip our rest days. Rest days are there for a reason. If we're skipping a rest day, that's leaving us in a position to be stale, basically. So yeah, some things to look out for, really, we should circle to that, is feeling stale, feeling like you're dreading a workout. We talked about that recently in an episode. Feeling like you're really dreading a workout because you just don't know how you're going to get your body up to being able to do the paces that you should be able to do. Feeling really tired, not being able to sleep, and if your sort of hunger cues are a bit off, this is sort of down to the overtraining episode we did as well. If you go back and listen to that, all of those signs are sort of the same signs of being overdone. But this is in the context of trying to perform on race day. So you need your structure in training. If you're not living up to your own expectations and what you know you can do, then we need that structure. We need to not miss rest days. We need to not overdo workouts. We need to not overdo easy runs. We need to prioritize sleep, prioritize, your eating, all of that. Have it all in one package. It's not, you can't just train and just train hard and expect results. You need to train hard, but you also need to recover hard. You need to eat well and eat hard, sleep hard, all of those. They're all really important. If we think to, that's basically all we need to know with this is you're fit, you've worked to this point, you've gotten fit, but you need to now just allow the body to adapt and absorb the training. Keep your hard work, but hard work is not much. It's that 80-20 rule usually, 80% easy, 20% hard. A lot of the time it's less than that. Sometimes it's more. You could be more like 15% easy, 15% hard, but you might be 25% hard. But if you're 30, 40, 50% hard, it's too much. Or if they're workouts that don't really mean anything, you know, don't, big part of it is the data. Don't be so driven by the data and what it's telling you to do. If your watch is telling you, I need to do this workout, I need to run at this pace, if it's an easy day, you run easy. If it's a hard day, you should have structure to it, not what an algorithm's told you. Even though it might be right, but you need that human influence, whether it's yourself, whether it's a coach, other people around you. You need more direction, structure, but also your body is telling you what it wants to do. So listen to that. Don't go off the data. The data says I need to do this today, I need to be at this heart rate. It's letting the data and the running be in control of you instead of you being in control of your running. You need to be in control. What was I saying before that? So it's, yeah, like the workouts, they need to have a direction. They shouldn't be in control by something else that isn't smart, like a coach. Don't listen to the Garmin or whatever it is and just do that. Think that you have a workout. That workout has a pure purpose. So on a Tuesday on your intervals, you might be directly working towards this 5K race that's coming up. On your Friday and you're training for a marathon, or your Saturday and you're training for a marathon, it's going to be more specific. You might be doing 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes worth at 10-mile pace or half marathon pace or somewhere in between. Maybe some, little short bursts in there, but it's all specific. You're working towards something. There's a goal. You know that I want to get this time for my marathon. I need to hit this workout or something similar to this workout in 3-4 weeks out. I'm now 12 weeks out. I'm at this point. I need to bridge that gap. So all your workouts are working towards that one thing. You're not just doing sporadic. I need to just run, as hard as I can here. Hard park run there. It's all structured. Fun can come into it, but it's no fun if you're feeling stale, you're not able to hit your paces in workouts, and when you do go to a park run or go to race day, you're just not able to perform. So it's all about that structure. Sorry to the video watchers, I had to take a quick pause, which is super annoying because I usually don't edit this at all, which is what's great about it. But we're back. So I'm just going to summarize this, put it down to a few points, and that's basically the whole point of the episode. The lighting's actually better as well now. So Structure in your training. I've said that 100 times already. Have a drink of your coffee every time I said structured training. So a structured program and structured training. You've got your mileage. You know your A, where you are now, which is A, where you need to be, which is B. We bridge that gap. That is the big focus. You need to then focus on, and part of that structure is your workouts, your mileage, your training, not just to accumulate, but also to absorb. So we have our accumulation phases, we have our absorption phases. Now I remember what I was going to talk about. Overall, not just in your current training, but your whole year, makes my hands look weird, this lighting, is that we can't just be in a constant train for a PB block. We need our different phases of training. We've got our base building phase, our leg speed phase, our accumulation of fitness phase, and then our race specific phase, our endurance phase, all of that, depending on what you're training for. We go through the motions, we back off, we go up, we go down, we go really high, we go really low, we absorb, we accumulate, we get fatigued on purpose, and then we freshen up. All of it is part of it. It needs to be done properly. It can't just be this, that, and that. You can't be in 12 months of the year just training the same way because you will get stale, you will get fatigued, and you won't perform. So that's that. So our structured training, our structured year as well. And then it comes down to having deload weeks. And that comes with structured training, having rest days, which comes with structured training, and not skipping them. Not just thinking, all right, I've done my 3 weeks up, I'm feeling a little bit tired, I'm going to push for another couple of weeks. Maybe sometimes that works, but just take the down week. Why not? You will absorb the training much better. And what you do now on this day is what you get that fitness 10 days later. So something to remember. So especially if you're within 10 days of a race, that's all about freshening up. 10 days out, you can have one last hit out that will give you that fitness for the day. Anything inside of that, you won't see that fitness till after the race. So don't worry about it. Sleep, we need to be prioritizing sleep, napping, or even just resting. It doesn't have to be, actually sleeping. Even if you're just in a sleep-like state, you're not scrolling, you're just laying there and just fully relaxed. That's going to give you a boost as well. So just finding those times, even if it's 10 minutes here, 10 minutes, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, you're just fully relaxed. You're just letting your mind go and just taking that time away. And speaking of taking time away, maybe sometimes you need to take a week off of running, or even just 3 days off, 4 days off. Take that time and just give yourself a mental break from running. So we've got our training, we've got our rest and our sleep, and we've got our taking time away. Also, our mindset towards running. After this, we know how to. After this podcast, we know how to think about it. That we can't just keep pushing. We need to allow ourselves to actually use our fitness, which means we need to freshen up and not be stale. So have that mindset that you know that sometimes you will be stale, you will be overtrained, but we need to give ourselves that opportunity to be able to perform. So the mindset towards training is I can't just keep going. Sometimes I need to pull back so I can go even better. And the last one is that nutrition and all of those healthy things. Just treat yourself nicely, that is. Treat yourself with good food, good nutrition, good sleep, hydration, and good training. And have fun with it. It's more fun to be fit and fresh than to be fit and stale. That's what you should get out of this. Fit and fresh is always better than fit and stale. Sometimes we have to go through those phases of being pretty fatigued, but we know that we're working towards getting out the other end to then be really fresh. But if that freshness never comes, then the fun of running is never there either. Okay, that's all I'm going to say today. There's a bit of word jumble today, but we're going with it. That was it. So you're fit, but you're not fresh. You're fit, but you're overdone. All those sorts of things. Try and be fit and fresh. Let's make that happen. All right, if you've got any questions, send them down. Give me a topic to talk about. I'd love it. This was Coffee in a Queue. Thank you. That's another week done. I'll see you guys next week.